Disappear!
Pew!
Feel the beat!
You're open! With the wind!
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry. I will compensate you. Don't say that. I only escaped this I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it.
Wait a moment.
Oh?
Do you have a box that can store presents?
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift? Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know.
Great! Paimon should...
Pyrotechnics! Amp it up!
Pew pew! On the rocks! Meng Dan told us...
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least...
Yep. It's... Hang on a moment. Could we borrow...
Sure, please help yourselves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really odd. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great... It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime!
Oh, yes. You might want to use these two fresh...
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got...
Jewelry is out of stock, but we have some new items. The key here is...
clouds may darken and light.
According to Kuching, this is what we. Excuse me, do you sell the.
Yes. How many would...
It's not convenient to speak of.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the...
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Kars.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared.
Oh, for me. You have my...
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since at first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon, and one day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But as such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Virg...
Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of At the Guizhang Ballista.
You weren't peeking on us from the sky.
I fear that peeking would... Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with... I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2000. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the... Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act, hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make your...
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes...
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are, if possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy... You'd pick Kuching? I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character, but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long... Well, I must say, I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. Indeed. It seems that you understand. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves, allowing the rite of parting to take place.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little...
It's all right. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick in...
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for... One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for... Just imagine. How much more... Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right... La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Sigil of permission, something, something. Aw, that doesn't sound like trick. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy... Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of missions. But research on the Sigil of permission? Paimon... Speaking of which, there's also some Oh, you really... Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precise... That's way out of Paimon. Anyway, before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the...